Now, I'm not the biggest gamer of all time, but I'm a big enough gamer to have played all of these games before. And oh boy, some of these games are top tier. So I just thought, for fun, let's go through this little tier list I made. I want to get the elephant out of the room though. These are all the games on this list that I have never played before, which is quite a lot. This is quite a big list. I kind of wanted to run through this real quick because there's a few games on here that I've heard of or that I have played, but it was such a minuscule amount that I don't think it really counts. Um, so yeah, let me look through these. Crash Bandicoot, I've obviously played before, wasn't for a long time. I don't think I've played Assassin's Creed Black Flag. We have an Assassin's Creed down here that I have played before, um, but I don't think I've played the one up here. Yeah, another big one is the Souls games. The only Souls game I have ever played, actually. Wow, I'm not a big Souls guy, I guess. But the only Souls game I've ever played was Elden Ring, and Elden Ring so far is my favorite game of all time. So I eventually do want to go back and play, Dark Souls 3. It's on my wish list on Steam, so I do eventually want to play that. Dark Souls 3, Dark Souls 2, Dark Souls 1, all that stuff. I think that'd be pretty fun. We could do it on Twitch. That'd be pretty fun to stream. And then yeah, I want to play Bloodborne too, but they don't have it on PC. And I honestly, dude, I'm not gonna buy a PlayStation. So yeah, Witcher 3 I actually bought some months ago, but I've just never played the game. So I do have it. I do have the game. Um yeah, Uncharted's a PlayStation thing. So yeah, I don't have a PlayStation. I've never played it. I've never played any Zelda game, which is also a crazy thing. Never ever have I played a Zelda game. Um, Mordhau is another thing I've heard of. I heard people really like that. Grounded, I know, is a survival game. Undertale is something I've never played either. It's funny. Like my stream I did like 2 days ago, someone was telling me to play Undertale, and that's just funny how it's in this thing. But yeah, I've never played that game. Um, what else do we have? Heyday, I know it's some mobile app. Yeah, all the Pokemon games I've never played. Ghost of Tsushima or whatever it's called. I know people like that. I played Mass Effect for like maybe a couple hours like 10 years ago. I was very young. I was like 15 maybe. I mean, I don't know how many years ago it was. Like 15 maybe. I don't know. But it was such a long time ago that I just don't remember anything about the game. I don't think I've played this Spider-Man. I played a Spider-Man before, but I don't think it was this one. Yeah, I know about Untitled Goose Game. I've heard of a lot of these games. There's some games I've never heard of, like this and this and this and this. Obviously, I know what Just Dance is. Yeah, Fallout 76 I heard was garbage, so I just didn't even bother playing it. But yeah, Super Mario Galaxy also I may have played. I don't know. And then The Last of Us is also like a PlayStation exclusive. And then when it finally dropped on PC, it was riddled with bugs. So yeah, I just never bothered playing it. Um, or not bugs, but the performance was just god awful. So yeah, I just never bothered playing it. But yeah, let's get to this because this is still around 90 games, which is crazy because it doesn't look that much when you see all this. But yeah, this is still around 90 games that I have played and can give an actual opinion on. So let's start in order. I would actually wager that Bioshock. Scroll all the way up here. I would actually wager that Bioshock is a masterpiece. I absolutely love this game. This was the first M-rated game I ever bought, which is absolute insanity. This gives so much nostalgia, and that's partially probably why I think the game is a masterpiece. I have it even on my Steam wish list. I want to buy this game again on PC and replay it, the remastered version, which from what I've seen, the remastered version doesn't look that much better than the original, but it still looks fun. I'd like to, experience this again because I don't really remember much about the game. I just remember at the time it was super fun. It was pretty scary. I loved the first one and the second one. I actually never finished BioShock Infinite. I could never really get into that game as much as, BioShock 1 and 2. But yeah, I just absolutely love, the original BioShock games. I wish they would come out with another one, but at the same time, I do dislike when companies constantly promote like sequels. They just keep pushing out a bunch of pre sequels. I hate that. I think it just kills the franchise, like it basically what Call of Duty did. So yeah, maybe it is best that Bioshock 1, 2, and Infinite are the only ones. But I don't know. I still think it'd be kind of cool if they came out with a fourth one. If they could make it as good as this game. But Yeah, there's that. Fallout New Vegas. I know people think this is the best Fallout game, but I honestly would put it in very good. A hot take that I have, and I'm actually gonna skip to it right now if I can find it. Do you guys see Fallout 4 anywhere? Fallout 4. Because I can't find it at all. I know it's on this list. I saw it earlier. Oh my God, I'm scrambling to try to find it right now. So this video isn't 3 minutes of me trying to find Fallout 4. I seriously can't find it. Oh, there it is. Oh my God, I'm sorry. I know someone was screaming. I would actually say that Fallout 4 is way better than New Vegas. Um, I love Fallout 4's story. I think it's an amazing game. I don't think it's like a masterpiece. Damn near though, dude. I absolutely love the game. There's so many quests to do. Dude, I'm not gonna spoil anything. This is a no spoilers type of video in case you see a game where you're like, oh, I do want to play this eventually. That looks cool. But yeah, I mean, Fallout 4, the whole narrative of it, I really want to explain this further, but I definitely go into spoilers. But the whole narrative of the game is just so great, and how many quests you can do and partners, and even building stuff. You can build like your own little like villages, and people can live in them and stuff like that. It's so dynamic. It's so fun. And at night, I think it's at night. It's been like a couple of years since I played the game, but I know like enemies can attack your like little bases that you have around, and you can set up defenses to like kill them when they come in, like sentry turrets and stuff like that. It's just so fun, because that in and of itself is fun, like building stuff and protecting your base. And that's not even really part of the like main game. The main game is to do quests, find items, upgrade like armor and like your weapons and stuff like that. So I just think it's a super like fun, dynamic game that you can do a lot of stuff in. And yeah, I just really enjoyed this game a lot more than New Vegas. I still think New Vegas is a good game, but yeah, Fallout 4 is just it's absolutely amazing for me. I know that's a hot take. For some reason, I don't really understand why, but for some reason people just don't like that game as much as I do. But it is what it is. Half-Life, I actually am not a big fan of this game. I would put it in decent tier. I know that's a crazy thing to say. I know people are like super heavy, die-hard Half-Life fans, but I played the whole game. I beat the game. And I just thought it was okay. I wasn't like a huge fan of it. I don't know. It's just wasn't my cup of tea, I guess. Um, what is this? Super Smash Bros. I believe this is, right? Yeah, that's got to be Super Smash Bros. I think this is Melee. I think this is a good game as well. It's again not my cup of tea. I'm not a huge fan of fighting games, but I do think it's pretty fun. I do like it. I did like it at least when I was a kid. Nowadays, if someone asked me to play Melee, I'd rather not. But yeah, when I was a kid, this was one of my favorite games ever. I'd play this all the time. This and Mario Kart. So yeah, I'm just gonna put it in good tier. That's just how I feel about it. Team Fortress 2 is another one that I just don't like. I'm gonna put it in bad tier. That's really how I feel about the game. I don't like it at all. I'm not really a big fan of competitive games. There are some competitive games I like more than others, but Team Fortress 2, I've never really liked. I did play it for a couple hours. Just not a fan, honestly. Yeah, there's not much to say. I just don't really enjoy it. Until Dawn, I never played this, but I did watch an entire playthrough on YouTube. So I would actually say it's just a decent game, actually. I was going to put it in good, but it's a decent game, It's fun. It'll, you won't be bored of it. You'll finish the story for sure. I mean, I could even say it's good. It's a borderline. I would say Until Dawn is better than Half-Life, which I know, again, is something that will ruffle some feathers, but I think that Until Dawn is a good game. It's one of those, super heavy story-based games where the decisions you make count. And I think those games are really interesting. Typically, I think the last one that came out, The Quarry, just had like really bad character writing, and like the characters just didn't have very much emotion in their voice, and that's so annoying to hear. But I think Until Dawn did fine in like every aspect, and it was fairly enjoyable, So yeah, that's where I'm gonna put it. It has like no replay value. That's why I'm putting it in decent tier. But yeah, it's a good game. It's okay. It's all right. Red Dead 2. So I know this is talking about Red Dead 2. for which I played about 10 minutes of because my old PC, I am going to put it in Master Beast here, because my old PC wouldn't run it. This PC that I just got, a week ago, was it at this point? Maybe it was less than a week ago. I don't know. But this new PC I got can definitely run Red Dead 2, so maybe I'll give that a shot. But Red Dead 1 is an absolute masterpiece. I got Red Dead 1 shortly after BioShock, maybe. Maybe it was like a year. I don't remember. I was very young when I played this game, like around 15, 16. I don't know exactly. But I was fairly young when I played Red Dead 1, and oh my God, I loved it, dude. Like, I'm kind of like a psychopath, right? I love the ability. I thought it was so cool how you could like find random people in villages and like put a rope over them and hog tie them and put them on the back of your horse and take them out to a railroad track and put the person in front of the railroad track and watch the train run them over. Oh man, that's pretty messed up, but dude, I love that. And from the short time I played Red Dead 2 as well, I thought it was really fun as well, and I'm pretty excited to play that game again. I don't know when I will, but it'll be something I most likely stream on Twitch because, yeah, I just, I got this new PC. I got so many games I can play now. So yeah, Red Dead 1, absolute masterpiece, dude. Such a fun game. Has replayability as well. And there's just so much to like mess around with. You can just mess around infinitely on that game. And I think it's super fun, dude. It's a fantastic game. Like 10 out of 10, honestly. Dota 2, I absolutely hate this game. I don't have any fun in it. Which I know is like another hot take. This is one of the most watched games on Twitch, which is blows my mind because it's so stupid to me. I just hate games like this. League of Legends is another one that's similar to Dota 2. I hate that game as well. I just don't think they're fun at all. I have no fun playing them. Yeah, it's just not my cup of tea. It's just not my thing, guys. It is what it is. Not fun for me. Halo Reach. Oh my God. Back in the day, dude, this is just a great game because, it hasn't really stood the test of time. As well as BioShock and Red Dead. But Halo Reach, man. The only fun part I had about this game, I wasn't really a fan of like the campaign or any of that. I had fun with the custom games. Again, when I was really young, I remember playing custom games on Halo Reach, and we would play all these like crazy maps. Like there was this one hill map. It was like I forget what the name of it was, but it was essentially all these cars were spawning into the world, and they were going down this ramp, and you had to try to like go up the ramp. It's like Fall Guys-esque almost, but you had to go up the ramp without the cars hitting your character and like killing you, and that was pretty fun. There was just so many custom games you could do if you if you had friends. That was super enjoyable, and I just really loved that. And yeah, I had a lot of fun playing that game. Nowadays I don't have as many friends as I used to, but even if I did, I wouldn't play this game again. It was just fun for that period, and that's it. And yeah, I mean, it doesn't have any replayability either, as well as what's the other game that I said didn't have any replayability? Until Dawn. But I just really enjoyed myself playing Halo Reach, and yeah, that's just something I can't look back on, I guess, or ignore. But Batman Arkham City is another game that I want to replay. It's on. I bought this game on Steam many years ago. I want to re-download it and play it again. This game was unbelievably fun, dude. It was so fun. It's so satisfying when you're playing as Batman and you can like grapple up to these things. It's also cool just flying around the world in general, but grappling up to these things and then like jumping on enemies and like I love stealthy games. You'll see that soon with another game that's on the list. But I love stealth-like games where you can be super stealthy and like take out a bunch of enemies, like kill a bunch of enemies without anyone else noticing. And then you can just like clear that whole level without any of the enemies noticing that you were there in the first place. And I just love games like that. I think it's so fun. And, Batman has the ability for you to do that. I love Arkham City, the, game design, the levels, all the stuff you could do in the city. Oh man, it was super fun at the time. I don't remember much about the game other than that. It's been years since I played it, but oh my God, it was so fantastic. Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3. this is a game that I just don't really remember. I'd put it in good category, honestly, because I did have fun during my time playing it. I probably played this for a couple hundred hours, honestly, but I, I'd even put this in front of Melee because I'm just not a big Melee guy. It's just my preference. But yeah, I don't have much to say about Modern Warfare. Everybody knows what Call of Duty is. It's a pretty fun game. Lego Star Wars. This is a really good game. I'd put in decent. I'd put in good. I do think Lego Star Wars is better than Half-Life, which I know people are super diehard Half-Life fans. But yeah, I don't know. I really like Lego Star Wars. I thought it was fun. Not much to say else. Assassin's Creed Brotherhood. Is this the game I think it is? I'm looking for other Assassin's Creed on this list. No. I think Brotherhood is a game I've played before. I know I've played an Assassin's Creed game many, many, many years ago. I don't remember which one it was, but I think it was this one. And if it is this one, I had a lot of fun on it when I played it, but I don't remember anything about it anymore. Again, yeah, this is kind of like what's the game? It's kind of like Batman where you can like be stealthy, and I just really enjoy that. I think it had if this is the game I'm thinking of, I think it had like a murder mystery type of game mode where you had a hit out on someone and you had to kill that specific person. It was like a multiplayer game mode. And you had to kill that specific person, and there were like 20 people and you didn't know which one was which. I don't know. It was really fun. Yeah, I think that was this game. I hope it was. I don't remember. I'm not a big Assassin's Creed guy, honestly. I just like that one game. GTA 4, dude. GTA 4 is awesome. I'm not going to put it in masterpiece category because, GTA 5 came out and GTA 5 is an actual masterpiece. Let me go ahead and just put it in that category. We'll knock it out real quick. Oh, God. Okay, there it is. I was like, and if I can find it again. I also think GTA 5 is, this will be my order. GTA 5, Red Dead, BioShock. Yeah, Grand Theft Auto 4 is great. I don't think it's a masterpiece. This is another game I played many, many, many years ago. But yeah, GTA 5 has definitely stood the test of time. It's even like blown games that are made today out of the water. Like they were so ahead of their time when they came out with that game. Yeah, I think everyone can agree that GTA 5 is a masterpiece. I don't think I need to say much on that front. Borderlands 2, again, is just a fantastic game. I would almost say that I had more fun playing Borderlands 2 than GTA 4. Probably even up here, honestly. Like if we're doing this in order. Yeah, I thought Borderlands 2 was just a super enjoyable game. I like the Borderlands franchise in general. I forget the most recent one they came out with. Not Tiny Tina's Adventure or whatever. I don't know what the hell that game is. But they came out with one recently. I played the pre-sequel. Pre-sequel was really fun. I think it was Borderlands 4 or was it 3? I don't know. Whichever one of those numbers came out earlier. I don't know if there is a 4. Maybe there is a 4. But I think it was Borderlands 3 maybe. I had so much fun on Borderlands 3. And it reminded me a lot of 2. I mean, I had probably the same amount of fun on both games. It was really enjoyable. And yeah, Borderlands is just a classic. I think everyone can agree with that. But I think this is the original Modern Warfare, right? COD 4. Maybe this is the remake. Assuming this is the original, it's a great game. I'm not going to put it in, I'm not going to put it in amazing or masterpiece. But I got this game around the same time as BioShock. This was probably my second M-rated game I ever got. So this was many years ago, dude. I mean, god dang. I feel like I had to have been like 12 or something when I first played this. Yeah, it was really fun at the time. I really enjoyed it. That's pretty much all I can say about that. Half-Life 2 is another one that, yes, I played. I didn't have any fun in it. Don't like these games at all. Overwatch is another game that I played and just didn't have fun in it, even less than Half-Life. I didn't have any fun in it. I just don't like Overwatch. Like I said, I don't like competitive games. God of War, I played. I don't think this is the remake. Or not the remake, but the new one. I haven't played the new one ever. I watched some gameplay of it online, but I think this is I think this is an older one. I think that's God of War 3. I don't know, but I played a God of War many years ago, and I didn't have any fun. I didn't have any fun. It's not my thing, man. Didn't enjoy it at all. Didn't have any fun. So maybe this is the God of War I played. I couldn't remember, so I just decided, to keep it on the list. And that God of War is probably similar to the one I played at least. So yeah, Tetris. Man, this is gonna be a long video. God. Tetris. Yeah, Tetris is it's a decent. Um, yeah, I mean, who the hell is playing Tetris for as long as like GTA 5 or Red Dead or BioShock or any of these games above, honestly? Yes, I do think Lego Star Wars is better than Tetris. I just don't really have fun on these types of games where it's like super like simple controls. I mean, they can be fun, but I don't know, I just haven't really found a game like that I liked. So yeah, man, I'm putting that there. Fortnite. Um, unfortunately, I don't have Nikkei 30 here to give it its proper, tier rating, but I think Fortnite is a very good game. I'm not gonna say it's great, but I do think Fortnite's a very good game. Really fun, and God, they are always updating it. Like, I will never understand how Fall Guys fell off as hard as it did. Like, you can play Fall Guys for free now. That used to not be a thing. Um, which I think they should have been free from the start, by the way. But their fall off was just unbelievable because while Fortnite was a game that wasn't a super enjoyable game and you could easily see falling off, the one thing they did was always update their game. They always added a map, they always added guns, always, new cosmetics in the seasons. I mean, they worked like crazy to make everything fresh and new. Fall Guys never did that. And for that reason, I'm actually going to skip to Fall Guys because Fall Guys is on this list as well. Fall Guys is a decent game. I have more fun on Fall Guys than any of these other games, so I'm just gonna put it at the very front if I ever can. Okay, there we go. Yeah, I mean the difference between Fortnite and Fall Guys is just I remember Fall Guys first update, their new first season really. They added maps, but they didn't get rid of the old maps. And that would be fine if they had like a playlist you could play that was only the new maps, but they didn't. It was just one option to play, and it was the original maps and the new seasons maps, and it just didn't make any sense. Like, I don't know why they did that at all. Why didn't they just make a playlist for people to play the new maps or just get rid of the old maps? Like, they didn't make their game fresh at all, and that's why it just fell off. And yeah, Fortnite always innovated, and yeah, that's my reason for that rating. World of Warcraft. I haven't played this game very much. It was decent. I played it when I was a kid, many, many, many years ago. But yeah, it's just not a game I go back to. Maybe one day. It does look kind of fun. I do think MMOs are fun. There's an MMO that's coming out actually fairly soon, isn't it? The Dune one? Isn't that what it is? Dune? I think it's an MMO, right? MMORPG? I think it is. That looks fun, maybe. I love MMO style things. I like being able to like upgrade different like level up stuff like wood cutting and stupid stuff like that. There was another game that came out kind of recently. It was free. Lost Ark, right? That's what it was. That was an MMO. That was fun. I have like 100 hours in that game. That was fun. It got way too repetitive, and the game was so easy. I don't know if that's a trend in MMO games, but Lost Ark, the whole game was, all right, do this quest to kill these 3 super easy enemies. Come back, get XP. Do another quest to kill super easy enemies. Come back, get XP. I played that game for 100 hours. I never died one single time. Like, it's just ridiculously easy, and it's not challenging at all. And yeah, I just didn't enjoy that game at all. That's not even on the list. I'm just talking about MMOs in general. Um, Lego Indiana Jones. I forgot this was even here. Yeah, I mean, I'd put this here. I love the Lego games, dude. I think they're so fun. Yeah, I mean, they don't really have much replayability, but they're super enjoyable, and it's just like a fun, chill game where you don't really have to think. Lego Star Wars as well. Like, they're just fun games, dude. I don't know what to say. Mario Kart 8, dude, fantastic, amazing, man, amazing, dude. God, I love Mario Kart, man. It's such a fun game to just, again, it's just like such a chill game. I've never played multiplayer. I've just played Mario Kart 8 with like my parents. um, but yeah, it's fun because at my parents' house they have a Wii U. I don't have it over here, but yeah, they have a Wii U, and sometimes when I go over there and we're there for a couple hours, we'll play some games of Mario Kart 8. That's pretty fun. But yeah, I have a lot of fun in that game. It's just an enjoyable like family game kind of. Um, I can't really imagine myself playing it by myself. So maybe that's probably the only downside with that. There's another Wii game that I wanted to put on here while I was on the subject. There it is, Wii Sports. I think Wii Sports is good. I don't think it's as fun as Mario Kart 8. But yeah, Wii Sports is super fun, dude. The golf mini game, the tennis mini game is the most fun thing ever when you're playing with a bunch of people. But yeah, this is a party game when you have like people at your house or stuff like that. So yeah, probably not available for like everybody to really enjoy. Minecraft is I honestly wouldn't even say this game's like a masterpiece. Um, I don't know. Should I put it in masterpiece tier? Yeah, I probably should. It is a really good game. It's a good. Um, yeah, I mean, it's hard because it's just like a sandbox survival game, right? It's not like these other games where they're like story games. Because it's just like a sandbox game. But this is another game that's really just stood the test of time. I mean, this is like a 10-plus-year-old game that literally has never fallen off. Everybody loves Minecraft, you know? So yeah, I think that's a fair rating for it, honestly. It's super fun. I wish they had more like, and I understand every time I say this, people are like, there's no endgame content. I really wish there was more endgame content. And people are like, well, the endgame content is that it's a sandbox game. You can build whatever you want. I think they should add more stuff other than building. I don't want to build all the time. I want them to add like new things to discover after you killed the fucking Ender Dragon. Like you kill the Ender Dragon, and the only thing you discover after that is the End City. Wow! It's like, can we get something else? Um, I guess the other thing you would explore after the fact is the Ancient City, which is cool. That's another endgame content thing they recently added. Um, they should also add an ancient dimension or like a big overworld boss. Like they have the Wither for the Nether and they have the Dragon for the End. They should add a big overworld boss. And that could have been the Warden, but the Warden doesn't drop anything. So they could kill two birds with one stone. Just have the Warden drop like a key that lights a portal. That portal that's like in the ancient city. Bam. Dimension. Bam. There you go. New dimension. They could also do something for the sky, like a sky dimension. I saw a video about that. Like add the ether. Add the aether or the ether, whatever you call it. Add it in the actual game, dude. Like they have the dev that works on that mod. They have him working at Mojang. Just add it. Add it. It makes such perfect sense. It totally fits the style of vanilla Minecraft. It would just be amazing, dude. I don't know how they haven't done that yet. Monster Hunter Rise. That's what this is, right? Or is this Monster Hunter? Which one is this? I don't know what it's called. I've played this one though. I know the cover. I don't know exactly which one it's called. But yeah, I think this is just a decent game. I'm not like the biggest fan of it. I think it's better than freaking most of these though. Yeah. Yeah. I mean it's okay. CS Source. I just don't really like it. I don't think it's that fun. I like CS:GO a lot more. I'm about to sneeze. Sorry guys. Okay, no, I'm good. Pac-Man is another game that's like okay. It's like fun, but it's nothing I would play other than like if they had it on mobile and I'm sitting in like a doctor's office or something or like waiting for an oil change. That's the only way I feel like I would play Pac-Man. Yeah. Yeah. Portal 2, oh my god. If you put this anything less than amazing, you have gone insane. Portal 2 is such a fantastic game. It's not like a super like big replayable game. Well, actually that's not true because if you play Portal 2 on PC, you can install maps that other people have made. So, that's awesome. That's super fun. Yeah, this is just a great game with friends. If you don't have friends, that's unfortunate. It's a good solo game, but the co-op just adds so much more to it. There's so many co-op levels to do, and you could always do it with a random, but it's not as fun as doing it with a friend. And yeah, Portal 2 is a fun game. I mess with it. Portal, the original, is also like a fantastic game. I'd put it actually on this end. Yeah, I'd actually put it on this end though of the amazing spectrum because yeah, Portal 2 has co-op and yeah, and Portal 1 does not, right? Portal 1 doesn't have co-op. So, yeah, I just like Portal 2 more cuz it has a lot more content and it's like relatively the same game if not, better in the single player aspect itself. Resident Evil 2. This game was just very good. It wasn't like this, wow, amazing. Like, yeah, I like Fortnite more than Resident Evil 2. Um, yeah, I don't really have much to say about that. I was like, oh, this is okay. You know, is what it is. We'll skip to Resident Evil 7, which is on this list as well. I can find it. God, I'm sorry. I know you're screaming at me right now. It's right there. It's right there. I don't see it anywhere. No, there it is. Jesus. Okay. Resident Evil 7. This game is great. This game is great, dude. I had so much fun playing this game. Oh my god. I had so much fun playing Resident Evil 7. That's my favorite Resident Evil, honestly, which I know is a really hot take. I think the Resident Evil that people really like is 4, right? Resident Evil 4 is one that really people really like. God, I love 7. I love the first person. I love the freaking graphics were insane. It was super edge of your seat stuff. The puzzles were fun. I just wish it was longer. That's my only pet peeve. I wish it was so much longer. But it is what it is, dude. It is what it is. Sekiro. Oh my god. I cannot beat this game for the life of me. I gave up, honestly, on this game. I haven't played it in a long time. I guess I gave up on it. The combat is such a difficult thing to get used to, man. It's such a difficult thing to get used to. This was the game I was gonna play after. I mean, I didn't beat it, but I'd put it in amazing tier. I'd put it above all these, honestly. Um, so I love the Soul style games. I love the super punishing deaths and like, the how complicated boss fights are and like learning moves and timing everything like pixel perfect almost. I think that's really fun. There's not very many like difficult games out there, so it's super enjoyable when you actually find one. But yeah, the combat and the like movement style when you're in fights is so different from any other Souls game, and it's just so difficult for me to get used to. Um, yeah, man. I mean, I have such trouble with like what I imagine are like easy bosses. Um, I'm a couple hours into the game. I'm thinking I'm like 20 hours in, which 20 hours you should probably be done with the game by now, but I've been on bosses for quite some time. So, yeah, cuz I just suck at the combat, but yeah, I think it's pretty enjoyable nonetheless. I do want to finish it one day, but yeah, that day's in the future. Apex Legends I think is a garbage game. I never have had any fun playing Apex. I think it's such a boring, stupid game. Yeah, I just don't like it at all. That's pretty much all I have to say. PUBG's way better, Fortnite's way better. Terraria is another game that I've never beaten, never even gotten close. So I'd say it's a very good game. I've seen gameplay of it. I know people really like this game. I'd probably put it in amazing tier if I ever finished it, but I just never have. I know there's an insane amount of content in it. I think it's more than Minecraft, honestly. But yeah, just never got there. Unfortunate. There's CS:GO. Let's put this up here. Let's skip CS:GO because I already put CS Source down here. Where the hell did I put CS Source? Oh, I put in bad. Yeah, that's true. I think CS:GO is a great game. I have like 800 hours on it. This was from like 5 years ago though. But yeah, I have like 800 hours on it. It's funny because I never in that 800 hours I never got out of silver. I stayed in silver the whole time. Very very horrible at the game I was. Um, I had a lot of fun memories in CS:GO. One that I remember really well is I was in a Discord call with all my friends from school at the time, and I was opening cases. I don't know how I got money, but I got a fair bit of money, and I bought 50 keys and 50 crates, which is a lot of money. And yeah, I opened them, and I got a Karambit Knight. That was the knife I got. I pulled a Karambit Knight. I think it was like minimal wear, so it wasn't factory new, but that is something I'll never forget. I later bought a gut knife off of the Steam store, and then later I went on one of those CS:GO gambling websites, and I lost every single one of my skins gambling. I didn't make any money off of it, which was super unfortunate. I also did a trade up one time. I traded up like 3 Deagles with the possibility to get an M4A1S Knight, which if you know anything about CS:GO, that's a crazy expensive skin. It's like $300. That was at the time at least. I don't know anymore. Um, but I bought the Deagles off the Steam store. I think I bought them for $90, maybe it was 60. But I did the trade up and I actually got the M4A1S Knight, so that was a crazy day. I just have a bunch of cool like experiences with this. Mostly like gambling, but yeah, I mean, as far as the game goes and not the gambling aspect, yeah, the game is fun too. Skyrim is a masterpiece. I'm gonna put it up here. Skyrim is such a fantastic game, dude. Oh my god, if you've never played Skyrim, you've never lived. That's how I feel about it. Again, Skyrim is another game. I love being stealthy, dude. You can be so stealthy in Skyrim, like crouching down and pickpocketing people, and stealing all their stuff, and that's another thing, like the not MCMMO, but the MMO thing, where it's like, okay, you can upgrade your pickpocketing level, you can upgrade your swords level, your magic level, all these different levels, and oh my god, it's so fun. Lock picking is another one. Oh my god, I love it. It's such a fun game, and there's so much to do, man. There's so much to do. Join Dark Brotherhood, all these like clans and stuff. Oh my god, it's such an enjoyable game. Celeste is another amazing game. It's damn near it's a masterpiece. No, it is. It is. It is. Um I'm seeing how I would do my list actually. I'd probably put Minecraft above this and Celeste above that. Yeah. Dude, Celeste is fantastic. That's another game that's so difficult. It's a platformer. So fun though. So rewarding when you beat a level. Um, it's one of those things. It's like Only Up in the sense that like when you beat it, you're like, yes, I finally figured out how to do that level. It's super enjoyable. There's so many levels too, and it's definitely a rage game. You'll get pissed off playing it, but it has a cool story too. And yeah, I'm not gonna go into spoilers, but it has a cool story too, man. And it's super enjoyable. I feel like most people watching this video have never played Celeste. So yeah, man, give it a shot. Give it a shot. It's such a fantastic game. It's really cheap as well. Speaking of really cheap masterpiece games, Hollow Knight. This game is damn near one of the best games I've ever played. I'd probably put it here, honestly. Maybe not. Maybe it's worse than Minecraft, but yeah, I'd probably put it. I don't know, man. Yeah. Hollow Knight, man. Hollow Knight is such a fun game. It's another like Souls-like game where you have to like learn moves that, bosses are doing and you have to like adapt to those moves, and they have like invincibility frames as well as Souls-like games do. Um and it was a game that I didn't think I would really like. I bought it and I beat the game kinda. Um Yeah, I kind of beat the game. I'm not gonna go like into detail, but because I don't want to spoil anything. But I kind of beat the game, and then I was like, oh, that was kind of short because it wasn't like 5 hours or 12 hours or something like that. Like, oh, that was kind of short. And then I realized all the stuff. I realized I didn't really beat the game because then yeah, I know there were a bunch of more charms to get. There were a bunch of different areas in the game I've never explored. There were a bunch more bosses that I never killed. All the DLC content I never explored. And I'm at 90 hours in the game right now, still on the first playthrough. And I can't beat that final Pantheon, dude. I've beaten the 4 Pantheons. I haven't beaten like the big one with all of them. That's not a spoiler, by the way. If you know, you know. But yeah, it's a super fun game. It's a classic, honestly, at this point. I feel like you have to play Hollow Knight at least once. Yeah, it's a super fun game, man. That's all I can really say. It's fantastic. Firewatch, it's just like kind of a story game. It's like okay, it's decent, you know. Um, yeah, it probably is better than Half-Life in my opinion. Inside is another game that's like Firewatch. It's like no replayability. It's okay. Like nothing crazy. It's all right. It's a puzzle game. Binding of Isaac. This is another game that's like so fun. I think I want to put it there. Yeah. God, Binding of Isaac is such a fun game. Yeah, I love it. I'm not really a big fan of dungeon crawlers, but this one is just so different and so unique. And there's so much to do. There's so many items to unlock, so many areas to see, so many different types of bosses to kill. It's super fun. It's another one where you kind of have to like learn the boss moves and stuff like that. And yeah, clearly that's a type of game that I really like. And yeah, that's why I'd put Binding of Isaac up here, dude. I think it's a super fun game. Star Wars Jedi. I should probably put this in. Have not tried actually. Yeah, I've never played this one. There was one Star Wars game, so yeah, that was my mistake. I guess I should have seen that one. But there was this one Star Wars game I played, Star Wars Battlefront. I think it's on this list, is it not? Star Wars Battlefront. Do y'all see it anywhere? I don't see it anywhere. Maybe it wasn't on here. But yeah, there was this game called Star Wars Battlefront. I don't see it anywhere. Oh, there it is. Jesus Lord, man, I'm blind. Yeah, Star Wars Battlefront is an insanely fun game, dude. Insanely fun. Oh my God. I love this game. Where would I put Star Wars Battlefront though? This was a fun game back in the day, like 10 years ago, still, like as a lot of these other games. Great. Yeah, I think it was a great game. I had a lot of fun in it. Don't remember too much about it today, but I remember in the moment, it was my favorite game of all time. And yeah, I had a lot of fun when I was really younger playing that. Left 4 Dead 2. Ooh-wee. Yeah, this is probably where I'd put Left 4 Dead 2, dude. If you know, you know. Left 4 Dead 2 is so fun, man. Especially on PC. You have all these things you can download, all these like mods. I think you can download custom maps as well. But even outside of that, man, the game is just fun in general, dude. I think Left 4 Dead 1 has like servers and stuff. Maybe 2 does as well. But oh my God, I remember so long ago, dude, when this game first came out, I was begging my mom. I was like, please buy this for me, please. I want to play this game so bad. It's like, no, it's an M-rated game. I was like, no, please. I eventually did get the game, I'm proud to say. But yeah, dude, this game is just phenomenal. I had such a great time with it. And yeah, that's pretty much all I can say about that. Limbo is another game that's like, okay, you know, not much to do. It's a couple hour long game. It's a puzzle game just like Inside. It's all right, you know. Nothing too crazy. Um Outlast is fantastic. It's great. I'm not going to say it's amazing, but it's great. Definitely one of the better horror games put out. Um yeah, dude, I love the story. I love the jump scares. I love how terrifying it was when, you know, a monster was chasing you and you couldn't fight back. It was like Amnesia. I love Amnesia. I wish Amnesia was on this list. I'd probably put Amnesia in amazing. Uh, the Dark Descent, not the new ones they've come out with, like Machine for Pigs and The Bunker. Hell no, but Amnesia: The Dark Descent is fantastic. Uh, that's an S tier horror game. Outlast probably is an S tier horror game as well. But another hot take I have, I actually think that Outlast, I think this is Outlast 1, right? Where this in the DLC, the Whistleblower or something like that. I think that DLC is better than the actual game. Yeah. I think that DLC is better than the actual game. I had a lot of fun in that. It was a lot more like I guess traumatic because they had like a scene in that game where like the doctor was gonna like cut off your like dick, and that was so terrifying, and it was like so graphic it's seeing. So I don't know why I but like aside from that, I think the gameplay was fun as well. The gameplay was very enjoyable as well. It's not just that part. Getting over it is one of those games that, you know, you fucking hate. I'd put it in decent category. Like it's an okay game, dude. Yeah, I'd probably put it there, honestly. It's an alright game, you know, it is what it is. Um, it was fun for like that 1 month that everybody played it. It's the same thing as Only Up. We're gonna say the same thing about Only Up. It was fun that 1 month that everybody played it, and that's about it. Papers, Please is actually a fantastic game. It's I know it's not a game that everybody would like. It's not everybody's cup of tea, but I think this game is fantastic, man. I'd honestly say it's better than Resident Evil 7. I love this game. I think it's super fun. It's super challenging. It makes you think. It's I know a lot of people probably don't even know what this game is. It's basically a game where you play as like a border patrol officer, and you have to like. It's been many years since I played this game too. But basically, people come in with like their papers. That's why it's called Papers, Please. Of like they're wanting to go into this new country, and you have to basically see if they're like a terrorist or not. If they are exactly who they say they are, and it's really fun, man. Um, yeah, there's just a bunch of like micromanaging you have to do in that game. You have to check their ID, you know, you have to check their passport, all this type of stuff. It's really fun. It makes you think. It's an enjoyable game. I'm probably not going to play it for a really long time, but you'll definitely get your fun out of it. Roblox, I don't have any fun in this game. It's okay. You know, there's probably some mini games they have. Like I know they have like horror mini games and stuff like that, and that's probably fun. But every time I've played Roblox, which to be fair was only like 3 times, I just think it's really stupid. I should honestly probably put it in like horrible tier, but I know they have a bunch of game modes or that like other people have made. And when you have something like that, there's bound to be one thing that I would really like on it, you know. I know they came out with like a Call of Duty-esque game that was better than Call of Duty itself. So yeah, if you can do that, and it doesn't even look like Roblox. The game mode doesn't even look like Roblox, man. So yeah, if you can do something like that, it's a good game. Rocket League, I think, is another like okay game. Like okay, uh, not a big competitive fan. Maybe I would get into it more if I played a lot more variety games because I can understand how it would be fun. It has a super big like learning curve, and that would be probably really fun to learn about the game, right? And to learn like all the moves and stuff, and to gradually get better is probably super rewarding. But um, yeah, that's that's uh that's my thoughts about that. Sims 4, I can't remember if I played Sims 4 or Sims 3, but I think it's just good. Um, Everybody knows what Sims is. I don't really need to go too far in detail. But yeah, that's all I'm gonna do there. Spore is a game I haven't played in so long. Decent. It's hard to do some of these games because I play them a lot at one specific time period, but I haven't played them in a very long time. So I don't remember much about them, but I remember in that time period that I did play it, I had a lot of fun. So yeah, that's my reasoning there. It is what it is. Bully Scholarship Edition. Oh my god, why do they not make another one of these? Why do they not make another one of these? I'd probably put it there. It'd probably be even freaking higher if it came out today with like the new improved graphics. I'd probably be on the level of GTA 5, honestly. But dude, oh my god, this game is so fun. This was another game that was just super fun. Like you're on a college campus, bro. Like all the stuff you can do. Like I this is another game that I really enjoyed, like the stealthy thing, like being in the school after hours and like making sure that nobody catches me and all that sneaky shit. Dude, I need to like re-download this game and replay it. I'm gonna do that. We're gonna do that on stream one of these times. I'm gonna replay Bully. We're gonna do that on Twitch. My Twitch will be in the description, by the way. But yeah, we're definitely gonna do that. God, that would be so fun, wouldn't it? Oh my god, because I don't remember like anything about this game really. I just remember at the time I loved it. and I remember it so well, and at the same time, not at all. And oh my god, we got to replay this. I'm so hyped for that. Actually, we got to do that. I got to put that on like my to-do list. Replay Bully. I know, crazy to-do list, super productive, but yeah, I really want to do that. That sounds super fun, dude. DoeX Human Revolution. I didn't really give a fuck about this game. Yeah, bad. I just don't care about it. Gary's Mod. This is a hot take, I feel like. Because Gary's Mod is just a game with assets and people make game modes and shit like that, right? It's not really like a super developed game, really. Uh, but my God, the community has taken it so far with like Trouble in Terrorist Town, Hide and Seek, Prop Hunt. These are classics, dude. These are classics. Murder was another fun game mode that not very many people know about, I feel like. But oh my god, I have like 1,100 hours on Gary's Mod. That was all from like 10 years ago. God, such a fantastic game. I mean, it was even to the point where like I loved the hide and seek game mode so much, I paid money on one of the hide and seek servers so that I could have like a jetpack and I could get to spots easier. That's one thing that people don't talk about, man. Gary's Mod had some pay to win ass servers. Like, dude, and a hide and seek server where you pay to jump higher, that's ridiculous. But yeah, I bought it. It was like $5, so it wasn't that big of a deal. But yeah, I did it. I got the rank on that server, and I probably spent 300 hours on the server, so it was definitely worth my money. $5 for a 300-hour fun experience. But yeah, God, this game is undefeated, man. It's fantastic. I mean, I had so much fun in this game. I'd honestly like put it up here. God, yeah. And even with like my friends from school, we used to play this game, like Prop Hunt and all that stuff. It was just so enjoyable. Yeah, man. Guitar Hero. Shit. Okay. So we're gonna act like I've never played Guitar Hero. We're gonna act like Guitar Hero is Rock Band. In that case, we'll put in very good tier. Yeah. I mean, yeah. That's fantastic. Because I've played Rock Band before. I never played Guitar Hero. Which Hitman is this? I think this is the Hitman that I played. And this is another thing. Wow. I really like stealthy. I really like stealth games. This is a stealth game. It's great. Yeah, I'd put it there. Yeah, because I probably had more fun in this than Papers, Please, but not as much fun as Outlast. Yeah, I think that's pretty fair. Don't really need to do much explanation there. Hotline Miami is another game that I don't remember too much of, but I remember when I played this game like 5 years ago. Maybe it was a bit longer. I can't remember. No, it was probably around 5 years ago. I remember when I played Hotline Miami, I loved it, dude. So yeah, very good, very fun. Not much replayability, but when you do play it for the first time, amazing experience, undefeated. God, we still have quite a lot of games to go. Let's speedrun some of these. System Shock, I think, is a garbage. Oh my god. Shit, where'd I put it? Oh, here it is. System Shock, I think, is a garbage game. Animal Crossing, I think, is a phenomenal game. I'd put in great tier. Probably there. I think Animal Crossing is phenomenal. I don't think anyone's going to argue with me about that. Super Hot, I think, is decent. You know, it stood the test of time. I'd probably put it up here. Yeah, I think that's pretty fair for me to put. Super Hot, this is probably a really niche game, as well as System Shock. System Shock, I don't remember anything of. I remember I beat it, though. But Super Hot is a game where you do slow motion. You, like, shoot people, or maybe not people, but you shoot these things, and they're all shooting at you at the same time, and you can like slow-mo and like matrix around the bullets. It's really fun. Look up gameplay. It's really enjoyable. But yeah, it's, you know, just for a couple hours, and then you're like, okay, well, I finished the game. It's really short. Mountain Blade Warband. This was a really fun game back in the day. Garbage ass graphics, but that doesn't really matter because, you know, Minecraft is in masterpiece tier. But Mountain Blade Warband. I'd say it's a very good game. Probably better than all these, but not as good as Terraria. So I think that's pretty fair. What's another one I can speed run here? Sniper Elite 3, I think is bad. But it's the best bad. It's the best type of bad out of all those games. Warzone, I don't really give a shit about. It's okay. Yeah. Alright, cool. Call of Duty Cold War. Horrible freaking garbage game. It's better than all these though. That's even better than these. That's even better than that. It's a garbage ass game though, dude. It's trash. Call of Duty Cold War is trash. Another one I could easily speedrun. Saints Row 2. Saints Row 2, it's decent. Yeah. I put Saints Row 2 there, and then we're gonna do Saints Row 3. Saints Row 3 is great. I really do believe Saints Row 3 is great. I had such a fun time playing Saints Row 3. Absolutely phenomenal, dude. Love it. Saints Row 3 was great, man. I beat the campaign like 3 different times. Like, fantastic. Prototype is another game that I feel like people won't really know what it is. It's not a game I would ever recommend today, but at the time when it did come out, it was a fun game. You know, not as much anymore, but it is what it is. I'd probably put it here. Probably had more fun playing Fall Guys in this game. But yeah, I mean, it's a decent game. It's nothing super crazy. Nothing I really care to explain too much. Dying Light, is this the original or second one? This is another hot take I have. I actually think Dying Light 2 is better than Dying Light 1. Yeah, I know, again, crazy, blowing your mind right now. But yeah, I had a lot more fun playing Dying Light 2. So much so, when that game first came out, I played it and I was like, all right, time to go to bed. You know, I'm starting to get a little tired. And I just finished like a pretty big mission. And I was like, okay, cool. And so sorry, I'm getting distracted. I'm looking at something on my other monitor. Yeah, so I was like, all right, I'm gonna go to bed. And so I looked at my other monitor and I saw it was 7 a.m. I was like, oh my God, I just stayed up till 7 a.m. playing this game. I thought it was maybe like 1 o'clock. It was the most like insane experience I've never had. No other game ever in my whole life has done that. Where I looked over and I saw it was like unbelievably later than it really was. Uh yeah, Dying Light 2 is fantastic. I would definitely recommend that game. That game is insane, man. That's an insanely good game. Totally recommend. I would honestly say Dying Light 2 is like a 9 out of 10. Damn near a 10 out of 10. I love that game. Wish it was on this list. But Dying Light 1, man, I just didn't enjoy it as much as the second one. I played the entirety of Dying Light 1 with a friend. And that was really fun. That probably made it way more enjoyable than 2. Or not sure, not 2, but it probably made it way more enjoyable than if I were to play it on my own. But yeah, I just can't ignore the fact that Dying Light 2, I just had so much more fun in. And for that reason, I'd probably put it in very good tier because I do think it's a very good tier. I would put Dying Light 2 in masterpiece, which I know is a hot take, man, but my God, I had so much fun. I had so much fun. Yeah. Plants vs Zombies is another game that's like, okay. Like it's good, but it's like I'm only gonna play it again when I'm at like a doctor's office or like waiting in my car for some reason or you know. Um I don't want to say it's better than The Sims. Even Smash. Yeah, I mean I think that's pretty fair. Siege, it's okay, man. I'm not a big fan of this game. I'm not a big fan of this game, but I like Rocket League more than it, but I understand that people really like it. You know, I'm not a big like woo competitive games. Woo! I'm not a big fan of that. Hades. Oh my God. I liked Hades more than I did Binding of Isaac. So much so that I would put it probably maybe on Masterpiece. It's like borderline. Because I wish there was a lot more content, but at the same time there is a lot of content. Yeah. Yeah, Hades is another dungeon crawler. Super fun. Look up some gameplay if you've never heard of it. Maybe it's your style. Yeah, I really enjoyed it. Cyberpunk 2077. I had a lot of fun at the time. Um, even though when it first came out, it was super buggy. Nowadays, obviously, they fix the bugs. It's not very buggy at all. I think they even added some content to it. But yeah, I'd probably put it here. Yeah, I'd probably put it there. I have like 60 hours in the game, and then I beat it and didn't really need anything else. Didn't have anything else to do in it, and yeah, it was fun at the time. Nowadays, not so much. Pretty wild though. Also, I remember like the hours I have in like all these games, like to a T. I know in Cyberpunk I have 53 hours. That's crazy. I haven't played that game since it came out. But yeah. Anyway, Subnautica is amazing. Subnautica is amazing, amazing, amazing. Yeah. Yeah, if you've never heard of Subnautica, you're living under a rock. I feel like everybody knows what that is, and I feel like most people agree with me there. I think it's a pretty popular opinion that Subnautica is a super fun, enjoyable game. So yeah, that's what I'd rate Subnautica. Yeah, it's an amazing game. I mess with it. I have a lot of fun with it. Dead by Daylight is a masterpiece. I know this is a crazy thing for me to say. I have 2,000 hours on the game. If I have that many hours on a game, obviously I'm going to think it's a masterpiece. I do dislike how it's a pretty kind of pay to win game, and nobody ever talks about that. Dead by Daylight is a really pay to win game. You pay for the game in general, and then for every character that you want to get, if it's like a licensed character, like the Demogorgons from Stranger Things, if you want to play as Freddy Krueger from Nightmare on Elm Street, if you want to play as Myers from Halloween, if you want to play as all these like licensed characters, you have to pay for them, and they give you perks that help you kill the survivors. And I understand they have to do that because it's a license, but I can't ignore that that plays a big role into how the game, functions. So yeah, I still think it's a masterpiece even with that. And I can understand how that would turn people off of the game, but I think all of their good perks, like their meta perks, the perks that everyone uses, I think you can get them all for free. So even though it does have like a pay to win ish thing, I don't think it's that prevalent because all the meta perks you can get with free characters. Uh, so yeah, that's kind of how I feel about that game. I really love it though; it's fantastic. Rust, I have like 300 hours on, I think, maybe 400. I think it's a good game, but this game has to be damn near your life if you want to do good on it. Um, because the maps reset every week. God, can I move it? The maps reset every week, I believe. So you play on the map for a whole week, and then the whole map resets, and everyone restarts from zero. And there's also mobile apps. You can like this is a really cool thing to me. You can like buy cameras in the game, and then you can like set these, or are they motion sensors? I don't know. But I think they're motion sensors. You buy the motion sensors in the game, and you place them in areas, and then you can download this phone app, and your phone will tell you if someone's like near your base or like raiding your base, and it'll give you a notification. So it has to damn near be your life because you're like, oh shit, there's someone at the base. I gotta log on instantly and protect from it. It's pretty cringe, honestly, but it can be fun too as like a chill experience, and that's all I've ever played the game for. Yeah. Payday 2, I would also say is a masterpiece if they didn't load it with a bunch of fucking microtransactions. So because they've done that, I would actually put it here. I think it's still an amazing game. Microtransactions and like semi pay to win shit doesn't like turn me off of a game if the game's just fucking fantastic, right? And Payday 2 is a game that's just fantastic. Yeah, again, with like almost every other game that I give praise to. Love the stealth ability. Everybody knows what Payday is, I hope. I think they're coming out with a third one as well. Definitely buying it. Yeah, this is Payday 2 is just a classic. Oblivion. Oh, no. Oblivion, I didn't like as much as Skyrim. It's not a masterpiece, but I do think it's a great game. Probably put it here. I probably do like Outlast more than Oblivion. We'll save Cuphead for last. Valorant. Valorant. I don't like competitive games. I've said that many times. But Valorant, I do like a bit more than the average competitive game. I would say it's good. I would go as far to say that it's better than Modern Warfare. I don't think it's. I definitely have had more fun playing Rust than Valorant. And, this is obviously my opinion. I know Valorant's a super popular game, one of the most popular games ever. More popular than. God damn it. More popular than Rust. But yeah, just from my own personal, experience and how much I have fun playing certain games. Yeah, I'm just not a big competitive enjoyer. But Cuphead, I wish I could say this game is a masterpiece. It's way too short. It's way too short of a game. I am going to put it in amazing tier. I like the game so much so I'm looking over at my collection. I have 3 Funko Pops from Cuphead. I have Mr. Chimes, King Dice, Chase version, if you know anything about Funko Pops, and Aeroplane Miss Chalice. Nobody probably knows anything about what I'm talking about. But yeah, Cuphead's a phenomenal game. It's another Souls-like kind of game where it's very difficult. You have to learn the moves. It'll take you a couple tries to do bosses. But yeah, it's a very short game. I wish it was longer. I wish there was more to do other than just killing bosses. That's all the game is. There's no quests or anything. It's just kill bosses. And I can understand how that would be like a turnoff for people, but for someone like me who likes difficult games and killing bosses and learning move sets and stuff like that, and having invincibility frames that you have to be very precise about, I think it's super enjoyable. So yeah, this is my entire tier list. Masterpiece. I have a fair bit of games in Masterpiece. Amazing, great, very good, good, decent, bad, really bad, horrible, and then all the games I don't know. Yeah, so all the games I did know, there were about 90 games here. I think 85 maybe. But there were quite a lot of games here. So yeah, man, if you've never heard of any of these games in Masterpiece tier, totally, I would recommend you need to play it. Obviously, some of these games aren't everyone's cup of tea. I know people don't. I know people generally like Grand Theft Auto and Skyrim and Red Dead and Bully and stuff like that. But I know that Hollow Knight and Celeste and Gary's Mod and probably Dead by Daylight, I can understand how that would turn people off. So yeah, this is my whole video games tier list. Woo-wee. And I do wish there were some games that they put in here, honestly. But I'm happy to see a tier list where Celeste and Hollow Knight are in, because I feel like that's kind of niche game that I'm very surprised that they put in here. So yeah, that's my whole tier list. Let me know what you would change about it. Let me know what you hated about my tier list. And yeah, here it is again. So yeah, thanks for watching.